Most women are told that menopause is just about physical symptoms like hot flushes, weight gain, and hormone changes. But after coaching women through this season for years, I've noticed something that most people completely overlook. Many women don't just feel physically different during perimenopause and menopause. They feel emotionally unsettled, spiritually disconnected, and sometimes even unsure of who they are in this stage of life. And if you're trying to make sense of all the physical and emotional changes happening during perimenopause or menopause, that's exactly why I created my Menopause with Clarity 5-day mini course. Inside that course, I walk through what's actually happening in your body during this stage of life and how women can start navigating the midlife shift with more understanding and direction. I'll link them below in the description box for you to check out later. Because menopause isn't just a physical transition. For many women, it's a spiritual one. And today, I want to introduce something I call spiritual restoration, which is one of the core pillars I teach inside my midlife shift coaching program. One of the things that surprises many women in perimenopause is how much their inner world changes. You might notice things like feeling emotionally sensitive, losing motivation for things that used to energize you, questioning your purpose in this stage of life, feeling spiritually dry or disconnected. And sometimes women simply assume those feelings are just hormones. But in many ways, midlife is a stripping season. For decades, many women have been pouring themselves into raising children, building careers, caring for family members, meeting everyone else's needs. And when hormonal changes begin during perimenopause, the body and mind simply don't operate the same way anymore. The coping mechanisms that worked for years just stop working. And what's left underneath can feel confusing. But what I have observed again and again coaching women in midlife is this. This season often reveals where our foundations actually are. What do I mean by that? So we tend to approach menopause like a problem to fix. Things like, how do I stop the symptoms? How do I lose the weight? How do I get my old body back? But midlife is rarely about going backwards. It's about building forward with stronger foundations. And that rebuilding doesn't just involve your metabolism or workouts, it also involves your spiritual life. Because when the body feels unpredictable and emotions feel unstable, what women often need most is grounding, a deeper anchor, a stronger internal foundation. And this is one of the reasons why I created my Menopause with Clarity mini course. Because many women are navigating perimenopause with very little understanding of what's actually happening in their bodies or why this season can feel so disorienting. In that course, I help you break down physical changes of menopause in a clear, simple way so you can approach this stage of life with clarity rather than confusion. The link for that, so you can check it out, is in the description box below if you want to go check it out and go through that course. Now, spiritual restoration simply means reconnecting with the deeper foundations that sustain you through difficult seasons. For many women, that involves things like reconnecting with their faith, creating space for prayer and reflection, rebuilding daily discipline and stillness, and remembering their identity beyond roles and responsibilities. Because midlife has a way of asking deeper questions like, who am I now? What matters most in this season? How do I move forward with strength and clarity? And those questions aren't just physical, they're spiritual. Inside my coaching program, I teach something called strength restoration for women navigating perimenopause and menopause. And while we absolutely work on rebuilding physical strength through smart training and lifestyle habits, true strength in midlife goes much deeper than muscle. It involves a spiritual resilience as well. Scripture actually speaks to this connection beautifully. And this is one of my favorite verses, Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, and they will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Renewed strength doesn't come only from the body. It also comes from the source we're anchored to. And discipline plays a role here too. Another good verse talks about this is 1 Timothy 4:8. For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things. So caring for your body really matters, but your spiritual foundation carries you through every season of life. And that's why the midlife shift often becomes a season where women are invited to rebuild both a stronger and more disciplined body and a stronger spiritual foundation. Now, if you're currently navigating perimenopause or menopause and trying to understand what's happening with your body and your health right now, I'd encourage you to start with my Menopause with Clarity 5-day mini course. In that course, I walk you through the foundational aspects every woman should understand about menopause so that you can approach this stage of life with clear direction rather than piecing together random advice you find online. You can find the link for that in the description box below this video. Now, one of the biggest mistakes women make during perimenopause and menopause is focusing only on hormones or weight loss and completely overlooking the role that strength plays in navigating this season of life. So make sure to go watch this next video where I explain why rebuilding physical strength is one of the most powerful things women can do during midlife shift and how it directly impacts metabolism, hormones, and long-term health. So if you want to understand why strength restoration is the first pillar of navigating menopause well, go watch that video next.